Okay, this is U.S. Studies 2-2, the second day, the second session of U.S. Studies. Basically, it has to do with the quiz book or composition book. We call it a quiz book because that's really what it is. And it has included in it everything we want to know for the course. I have a handout. This is what it looks like. If you want it, send a text and say U.S. Studies 2-2. And I will send it to you. The text should go to 435-773-3766. That's our school number, 435-773-3766. So if you would like a copy of this, send me the text that says U.S. Studies 2-2 handout, and along with your email, and I will send you a copy of this. Now, what this is basically is it's going over the introduction again to the course. It tells you how to use the quiz book, and it also gives you a couple of ways of memorizing that will help you out. You can do memorizing in basically one of two ways. If you have a quote like the one behind me, which is Ether 2:12. You can go by phrases. Behold, this is a choice land, and whatsoever nation shall possess it shall be free from bondage and captivity, and from all other nations under heaven, if they but serve the God of the land, who is Jesus Christ, who hath been manifested by the things which we have written. Now, you can do that phrase by phrase. What you need to do is that you need to do it in three ways. One is visual. Of course, you're going to be reading it first. Second is auditory. You're going to say it. Third is writing it down. Now, when you do it visually, that's just one pathway. When you do it and you say it as you write it, when you say it, that's a second pathway. In fact, it's a third pathway, because the muscles in your vocal cords and in your mouth and your cheeks and so forth, there's some muscle memory in there when you say the saying that you're supposed to be memorizing. Now, if you also write it, there's going to be some muscle memory in your hands. And if you do it with all three, with visual, with auditory, and with the kinesthetic, with writing it, it's going to go much, much faster. In fact, we had a lesson today, this very lesson, as a matter of fact, and the kids had it practically done after the 20-minute session. This is how you do this. I prefer this way. You can learn the phrases, but you can also black out a word. And I'm going to show that to you. For example, if we just take behold, and we put a line there. Behold, this is a what kind of land? Choice land. And whatsoever nation shall what? Possess it, shall be free from bondage and from captivity and from all other nations under where? Heaven. If they will but serve the God of the land, who is Jesus Christ, who hath been manifested by the things which we have written. So here we go. Behold, this is a choice land, and whatsoever nation shall possess it shall be free from bondage and from captivity and from all other nations under heaven, if they will but serve the God of the land, who is Jesus Christ, who hath been manifested by the things which we have written. Now, you can tell that I left something out. If they will. And I apologize for that. Okay, then when you have that down and you are not hesitating on any particular words, you can do some more. You can take out nation. You can take out all other nations under heaven. They will but okay, let's see now. I would not recommend taking out as many words as I'm doing. This is just for demonstration purposes. But behold, this is a choice land, and whatsoever nation shall possess it shall be free from bondage and from captivity and from all other nations under heaven, if they will but serve the God of the land, who is Jesus Christ, who hath been manifested by the things which we have written. And you can keep going. Once you get to this point, you can erase more. Okay? And keep going. You can black them out if you're just writing on a piece of paper. You can black it out, and then you write again from memory, and again and again. And finally, at the end, everything's blacked out, and you're writing from memory. And you can do this in about 20 minutes or so if you just concentrate on it. And I highly recommend it because, you know, kids get a little bit concerned about memorizing things, but this is one way. It makes it easy and so forth. And I expect to be using this method in the videos and in the live lessons. And now it's yours. Now remember, if you want this handout for the composition book, for the quiz book, do get in touch. Send me your email. Tell me you want U.S. Studies 2.2, the handout, and I will send you this. But I need your email and exactly what you want. It's free. Okay, U.S. Studies 2.2, the handout. And the number again is 435-773-3766. So that is U.S. Studies 2.2.